Rick Ellis, professor here at Washburn and director of the Center for Community Learning in the Community, the Center for Community Service and Civic Engagement. I've been here at Washburn for 19 years, the last 6 in this position, organizing our community service programs for students here at Washburn. I actually came to Washburn because it was an opportunity to move further in my field as an educator. I taught public school for 15 years before I came here, and this was an opportunity to work with students at a different level. Washburn was attractive because of the opportunity to work with undergraduate students in a direct way rather than a bigger institution where I would have to be distant from the students. It was really attractive from that perspective that I would actually get to work directly with students every day. Learning in the Community, or LINC as it's called, is a Center for Community Service. We match students with service opportunities in the community. We have a number of service programs that students can participate in and a number of opportunities for scholarships as well. Our students work in literacy programs, doing one-on-one literacy instruction with learners from 3 years old on up through adult learners at 8 different sites in the community. We have partnerships with free medical clinics and other medical services that provide health care to underserved populations. We have environmental projects. And in many cases, students can qualify if they apply and interview. We offer about 70 to 80 scholarships a year for students to be able to participate in service. So not only can they do the service, but they can actually get a scholarship for that. So we encourage students to apply and look into those programs as well. I think the one that most impressed me is the first organization of the trip to respond to Katrina. Our mission with our students is for our students to take the initiative to organize these events. And all of these experiences are directed and run by students. And one of our students, right after Katrina, wanted to very much get involved in doing something to solve that, to address that. You know, he was very moved by that. And he actually began to organize. He wanted to go down like the day after. And I told him that that probably wasn't a real good idea. So he planned to organize, and through conversations with me and some guidance about how to organize, he was able to take 75 students to New Orleans for spring break, and we spent spring break living in tents on concrete floors in abandoned warehouses while we did service with. He convinced me I needed to go, and we helped clear out houses that had been. This was in March, and Katrina was in September. These houses had not been touched since the water had receded, so we were cleaning out houses, gutting the buildings down to their bare walls so they could be reconstructed. And it was impressive to be able to see this young man take the leadership. I think that's the piece that impressed me most, is when the students really take on these leadership roles and do some important work. I think my favorite part of Washburn is really working with the students. I've been being in a college setting and having some of the neatest students, and the students who want to commit to working in our office doing service are just really exciting kids to be around. I sometimes can't believe Washburn pays me to do what I do. My wife says I shouldn't say this to people, but seriously, I get to spend my time with very committed, excited young people who take their work very seriously, and the exciting piece about that is that they really are making a change in our community. Topeka's a better place because the students at Washburn go out and do the kind of work that they do. And I live in Topeka, so I want it to be a better place. I think one of the things that I think that if you're really thinking about coming to Washburn or considering Washburn, being involved in our program in the LINC office is a very unique experience in Kansas. We are one of the only schools in Kansas that has the extensive kind of service opportunities that we have that are student directed. There are other campuses that have community service projects that their students get to do, But ours is one of the only ones that is student directed, where students can come and be supported in creating the kinds of projects they want to create, and we support that with funding and with mentoring. Our literacy program that I mentioned earlier was started by our students. It was not my idea or staff idea. Students thought that they ought to be going out and doing that, and it kept growing and growing. Our community garden on campus was a student project. We were able to put money behind it. Most campus-based service programs don't, particularly in the state of Kansas, do not have that kind of a direction. So if you really want to learn some skills and be involved in the community, this is your opportunity here at Washburn.